Welcome to the garage, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on a Tuesday for the posting at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday morning, and of course today, Thursday morning at 9 o'clock. And Andy Martin will whiz this around in various podcasts, and you can get that wherever you get your favourite podcasts from. And apparently, well, there are so many millions of them out there now, I don't know how you'd find us, but apparently people do, and I thank you, each and every one of you. What did we say, 87,000 people. Wow. What is it? 62, I think it is. 62 or 61 shopping days until Christmas. Online or otherwise. Postal services to the US and various other places, if they haven't closed already, must be getting fairly tight. Now, I want to talk to you about this. A sensational Four Corners this week revealed that in the last 12 months, 150 paedophiles have been convicted, sentenced, or charged with the sexual abuse of children in childcare. Makes you wonder about the word care, doesn't it? Childcare. You drop that little bundle of joy off, and you think that kid is perfectly safe, well looked after. Well, we could all be terribly wrong. The picture painted by the program is shocking, deeply disturbing and confronting. Paedophiles operating openly on the dark web. I don't know what the dark web is. I've never been there. I don't even know. I wouldn't even have the faintest idea how to get there. But a network, apparently, of organised perverts preying on children and babies, openly comparing notes, venues, information. We're talking about just the tip of a terrible iceberg. A systemic disgrace, ladies and gentlemen. An emergency that cannot be ignored. Just how many of these monsters are out there, no one really knows. We don't need another inquiry. We need drastic action, and now. We've had enough inquiries into aged care and childcare. They are costly, time-consuming, and useless. These expensive, mostly for-profit childcare centres cost the parents and the taxpayer, with the subsidies and all the rest, an absolute fortune. And of course, the real cost is the abuse suffered by the children. Why are men still employed in childcare centres? Why? No, don't get me wrong. Not every man is a paedophile. But it does seem to me that every paedophile is a man. So let's not take the risk. Is that highly prejudicial? Inflammatory? You know what? I don't really care if it is. But the real solution is simply this. Do not put children into childcare. Full stop. The answer could be, well, there are several things we could do. Go to the cause, not the effect. Fix the cause. The answer could be income splitting, to allow one parent to stay home and do the most important job in the world, that's bringing up the next generation. Or, if both parents have to or want to work, I would say, well, why have children in the first place if you don't want to look after them? Another answer could be employ a nanny, your own nanny. You hand-pick the nanny, and you make her salary tax deductible. Well, you can't do it, but the government can. The nanny's salary could be tax deductible. Now, I say her, and I say her deliberately. It would be a much cheaper and better option for the government. Parents, the government, I don't know, could pay grandparents to babysit And then if they are on a pension, you don't let that payment impact their pension. Anyway, tell me what you think tomorrow. JeremyCordeaux.com, live streaming 9 till 12, 0491 65 68 60. We all have embarrassing moments, don't we? I've had, I'm sure, more than my fair share. But I tell you what, this is embarrassing. A disability advocate. Not exactly sure what a disability advocate is, but anyway, a disability advocate has lodged an official complaint with the Human Rights Commission after he was unable to access, wait for it, the Federal Disability Minister Mark Butler's office in Port Adelaide. No wheelchair access. Whoops. And Mark, did you really think no one would notice? I think the excuse was it's a heritage listed building and we can't put a ramp to the front door. We can't do that. Well, why would you be there in the first place? Heritage listed might cost a little more than maybe you need. Anyway, as I say, embarrassing. The water conveyancy of Victoria. The water conveyancy of Victoria. They say, after obviously a lot of research and deliberation, we waste hundreds of thousands of litres of water every single day in the shower. They are advocating that showers should be, this is compulsory, we'd be compelled to do this. Showers should be no longer than 4 minutes. And digital timers to keep us on track. Who the hell, or what the hell, is the water conveyancy of Victoria? Did you know, anybody know that we had a water conveyancy? How do you feel about the shower police telling you how long you should spend in the shower? It's your water, you pay for it.
Most women wouldn't survive.
Oh, well, that's right. I mean, probably women. Yeah. Well, we shouldn't be sexist about it, because I must tell you, I really like the idea of standing, luxuriating under a hot shower, particularly if you've been in the garden or you've been stressed out for one reason or another. A nice, long, luxurious, hot shower. Heaven. Heaven, heaven, heaven. Talk to me about showers tomorrow, 9 a.m, 0491 65 68 60. And you can just go to jeremycordeaux.com, or if you have any trouble, going to Safari to pick that up, you can go to Simple Radio, which is an app on your phone, and there I will be in the palm of your hand. Now, there's no easy way to say this. I was reminded of it because of an ABC story, which is fast really becoming the Aboriginal Broadcasting Service, not the Australian Broadcasting Service. There's no easy way to say it, but the Aboriginals did lose their country. However, lots of people around the world have lost their countries. Sometimes it must feel like a revolving door. But in 1985, Hawke comes along with the Mabo decision and all of the rest of that. Labor then starts handing the country back to Aboriginals without any authority, never put to the people. Would it not be better to have one country, one people, united? The Aboriginals are 3% of the population. We have many different races, religions, creeds, colours, faces, languages in our country. Everyone is welcome. No one is above the other. This is just crazy Labor government. philosophy, ideology. Seems that they want to give 3% of the population rights, privileges and prominence way above everybody else. Now that makes no sense to me whatsoever. Is it within the law? Do they care about the law? I don't know what the Mabo thing cost. I think it went on for 10 or 15 years. God knows who paid. Oh, silly me. We paid for it, not Mr. Mabo. We paid for it. Is the law subservient to left-wing governmental ideology? Is it? I've got no idea. I have my fears and my suspicions. But there must be a moment in time where Australia and Australians say enough is enough. We are one country, one flag, black and white and every colour in between. No one has rights and privileges above another. We are all subject to the same law. What is wrong with that? I mean, where is the political party or government or politician who will stand up and say that? Because you see, I think a huge number of people would vote for that. Universal equality. You can't say Ayers Rock or Uluru belongs to the Aboriginal people. It doesn't. It's a nonsense. Everything in this country is part of the Commonwealth. And you look at the word, take it apart. Commonwealth. It's Commonwealth. It's that simple. If we tolerate anything less, we're headed for disaster. We really are. What else is around? King Charles and Pope Leo. Well, Leo's a funny name for a pope, I don't know why. But King Charles and Pope Leo kneel beside each other for the first time in 500 years. Well, you wouldn't expect them to be around all that time ago, but you know what I mean. The Church of Rome and the Church of England separated 500 years ago, but they prayed together in Rome. Symbolism or something more significant? We talked to Greg Sheridan about what he thought of this. He was on the show last Friday. Apart from being the brilliant foreign editor of The Australian, he is the author of his new best-selling book. Well, of course, he's the author of it. It's his book. How Christians Can Succeed Today, it's called. And it's a very, very hot seller at the moment. Here's a question. Do you think that when a pope and a king kneel before God, does he, would he, should he take more notice or give more attention, more weight to their prayer than ours? What do you reckon? Tomorrow, give me a ring. 0491 65 68 60. Is God impressed with pomp and ceremony? Oh, I know, we think he is. Is God impressed with position and red carpets? I'd like to know what you think. And another one that I'd like to know your opinion on is, do you believe in love at first sight? Do you think that is... I know people who have fallen in love in a heartbeat. Tony, do you believe in love at first sight?
No, not really.
No? Pete?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Gary?
Lust at first sight, absolutely.
Lust at first sight. Well, you've got to have something that starts the fire.
That's the ball rolling, as it were.
Love at first sight. Do you believe in love at first sight? Now, on Friday, the 14th of November, Phoebe Rogers, author of When Will It Happen to Me, which is a very provocative title for a book. When Will It Happen to Me? Dating and relationship coach, she is. The Timeline to Love, if I can remember all of this. A Shame-Free Guide to Happiness. Phoebe's Self-Love Formula. Wow, I think we should make that a date, the 14th. Okay, I think, are we out of time, Pete? We are. All right, let me wish you a happy birthday. It's the 30th, isn't it? Happy birthday, happy wedding anniversary. Charles Atlas was born in 1922. He was dubbed America's most perfectly developed man. 1839. Didn't they use him in one of the movies? I don't know. I think, didn't they sort of have him, the J. Arthur Rank movie opening where there was a gong and a man in a loincloth would step out with a huge... That was Charles Atlas. That was he. Gary MacDonald was born in Paddington, 1948. Happy birthday. The Communist Party of Australia was founded, 1920. At one time, in his university days, Anthony Albanese was the head of it. He was the chairman or whatever, the president. I don't know that people talk about that very much. Ruth Hussey was born in Providence, Rhode Island, 1915. Ruth Hussey. Laughing and all of that. Annette Kellerman died, Southport, Queensland, known as Australia's $1 Million Mermaid, 1975. Bing Crosby proposed to Catherine Grant. Her real name was Olive Grandstaff. 1954 was the year. Yes. Henry Winkler. I had the great pleasure of talking to him a few times over the years. Started playing the Fonz in the TV series Happy Days in 1973, but he was born this day in 1945. We're the same age. Yeah. Happy birthday, Henry. Still working. Elsie T. Dorman died, 76 years of age, on this day in 1983, Midway Park General Hospital, Dallas, Texas. She's remembered because she filmed the assassination of President John F. Kennedy from the Texas School Book Depository building. She took the photos from 2 floors beneath the spot where, they say, Lee Harvey Oswald shot the president. November 22, 1963. Muhammad Ali knocked out George Foreman in round 8 in Zaire, 1974. That was the rumble in the jungle, I think. Oh, Bob Hawke, we were just talking about you, Bob. Bob cried in federal parliament after being accused of letting down his Israeli friends in 1981. Well, Bob, what would you make of Anthony? And what would you make of some of the people running the Labour Party now? Gee whiz, I don't know. You'd more than cry. Heavens to Betsy. Orson Welles, I'll leave you with this. Orson Welles and the Mercury Theatre broadcast the famous War of the Worlds in the United States of America on this day in 1938. And the Americans thought it was for real. Mass panic. War of the Worlds. And I don't know if there was a disclaimer. This is a radio play. Imagine having to tell people this is a piece of theatre, a piece of drama. Please don't run out onto the streets. Anyway, thank you very much for being with us. I do hope you'll join us in the morning at 9 o'clock. Around the dining room table, ladies and gentlemen, the Court of Public Opinion. And we thank our sponsors, the Rising Sun at 60 Bridge Street at Kensington, and Jim Elder's Fine Art Galleries and I say galleries because there are 2 in Melbourne Street, North Adelaide. Big sale coming up before the end of the year. Have a talk to him or Helen if you're looking to get a valuation on a painting, and he will sell it to the world, get you the best price. I'm Jeremy Cordeaux. Believe in yourself, and goodbye for now.